Welcome to part 2. So this is a one-off dedicated channel to the mother of Emmett Till, who, as I'm sure most Americans realise, and many people in the rest of the world, her son was tortured and killed, and she fought the good fight for decades afterwards about his death in Mississippi. And she insisted on taking his body to Chicago. And what an amazing woman. So I'm dedicating this and I'm channeling now Marnie Till Mobley. Blessings to her. Blessings. What a brave woman. Okay, so this is part 2. The other one might take longer to put out. So it should be through sometime soon. Okay, so here we go. So please, if you would mind, Marnie, I'm asking her about all this stuff that's going on with Chauvin, with the George Floyd movement, with so many things. She's a woman of this time. What came out? King of Gardens, King of Pentacles. Another king. The Tower. Oh, the priestess. Bless her. All right. In the middle here, this is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles often can be dismissed as the greedy king, someone who acquires money, but this is not about money. This is about values. Now, I think every American should see the documentary, The Murder of Emmett Till, because it's always stayed with me. I saw it 20 years ago or something. There's an academic in America who had archived all these photos of good Christian families watching lynchings, and the women were involved, the kids were there, the men in the sheets, the whole shebang. And he was never allowed to display these photos. It's all right to do the act, but it's not all right to show the photos. So this is about the heart of American values, that this could be tolerated for another minute. What about that high school that raises money every year with the slave auction and oops, they had to stop. It was a bit awkward. What? This is about values, America, real values. Underneath it, the King of Swords, which is it's time. And it's time. These are two kings, which emphasizes the masculinity. Now, for those who are learning tarot, don't get too hung up on gender. A man might get the Queen of Swords or the Queen of this, and a woman might get the King of this and the King of that. Normally, gender's not that big a deal, but two kings is saying to me, men have to actually get to the truth of this, because what's driving the terror of that is the lives of Black and Chicano people just trying to get by in their everyday lives when you don't know what's going to happen. White men have to actually address this issue. The women can only take it so far, and when the women are complicit in this sort of thinking, they're as bad. But the men have to get to the core, the deep, honest core of why there is this fear, terror, hatred, resentment, why they feel it's all right to act like this. This is coming from Marnie. This is her tower. she had to lose her son. But she chose to keep up that fight all those years. She, if you don't know the story, she insisted on his body in an open coffin, so everyone had to look at what was done to a 14-year-old boy. That was her tower. And she made it the tower of other people. I'm getting goosebumps doing this. The high priestess, this is her then and now. She represents so many mothers who have shed their tears. Right, it's enough now. She is saying, don't settle for less, don't settle for, you know, this little promise here and this we'll try better there, or ignore it. Don't settle for that. It is a time to stand up and be counted. In the battle ring, if you have to go into the battle ring, everyone can do something. There was a wonderful woman, she's a representative of the NAACP in Minneapolis. I'll try and find the link. And she just listed what everyone can do. Everyone can do one little thing. That can be writing to a senator, it can be talking to the teachers at your local school, it can be fighting to have good history taught in schools, it can be suggesting things, it can be going to church and sitting down with your pastor and say, if we're Christian, why are we not doing more about this? Everyone can do something. You can be a keyboard warrior, or you can lend your weight to petitions. You can do something. If you've got more energy and more upfront outrage, you can organise the demonstrations. Of course, making sure people are safe. That is your priority if you're an organiser. Right? So to do things safely while there is still a democracy to be had, so people understand the risks of protest, but at the same time, it's really important to be seen and to be counted. So it's everyone's responsibility. So her message, Marnie Till Mobley, her name is, the fight's not over yet. The fight's not over yet, but the truth will be told. The truth will be told and it will come forward. Momentum, momentum. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.